And this is the Unreal Tournament 2003 demo, and this is the Antalus map. And as you can see, we have acceleration with direct 3D with the SiS card, and we are getting nice frame rates 2 and 3, and as you can see, we are missing most of the textures, but we have light maps, and also the UI is great, and I have these interesting colors all around. I wanted to try Asbestos as well, but even after a reboot, this map is just cannot be loaded. I guess it requires too much resources, and this match is without any bots to make it easier for the CPU. Yeah, so the minimum requirements for this is a 733 MHz Pentium 3, so we are way far off with this MMX CPU, and also 128 megabytes of RAM would be required as a minimum, and we are having 64, and they require 16 megabytes TNT2 or simple TNT at least, and we are having 4 megabytes. But the Verge was unable to start this at all, so neither OT 2004. So yeah, let's go and see how OT 2004 runs. And I guess we have a final crash. And this is Unreal Tournament 2004 again, and as you can see with the SiS card now, we are running with direct 3D mode, and we are getting not 1, not 2, but 3 frames per second, which is enough to click on some buttons, which is really good. I will try to open a match here, and with software basically no map was openable because it just crashes because RAM issues, so no bots here, and let's just hope it will load up. I don't know if the direct 3D and the extra 2 megabytes of VRAM would help a little at all, but at least we can try it. So we've seen OT 2003 was okay, but this 1 year later version actually requires a little more of your PC, some extra RAM, some extra CPU power, and also a little upgrade in the graphics card. But basically the main menu is more well, shiny with all those effects and images, and also it requires a bit more. But the actual maps, and I think this ranking has a small map, not too much of different static meshes or textures. It should be good. Just a quick look once again on the machine. Yeah, nothing really changed. All I use now is a USB mouse, which is good because I have the USB expansion card I showed you before, and I have this little extension cable and the USB hub. I'm using this one to supply the speakers, and I'm also using this 4 GB FAT32 pen drive to move stuff between this computer and my main rig. So I think I will cut the video, and yeah, I'll continue it once. Oh, Holy Spirit, it took me like 2.5 minutes to open the map. Let's just look around. Many missing textures, which is understandable, so it's PCI card, no AGP texturing from main memory, and it's a good thing that you can load a game if you don't have enough memory, because basically it just loads a few of them, very low resolution textures, and then the rest is like it's only the light map loaded on, but we have some bricks here on the walls, and I don't know what's this effect on me, maybe some, really no idea, some transparent effect maybe, I don't know, but yeah, at least I can move and look around, which is a good thing, but it's totally unplayable because of this white and rainbowy thing around me, and also the performance is horrid. Yeah, but some improvement over the Verge. At least it runs. So yeah, it was really great. And this is Colin McRae Rally, and we are having a direct 3D acceleration, and as you can see, most of it is just not too many graphical glitches. You can see the car, and as I told you, it's a blue-yellow car, and everything looks pretty acceptable. And also I turned on fraps, and we are above 30 frames per second, and if I'm right, we are still running the 320 by 240, so I will go and check it, but yeah, it's pretty playable, by the way. So the SiS card for this game is an improvement, so yeah, we have acceleration, we need it with this machine, and now it's even acceptable as graphically, so that's great. Let me press an ask and wait for it. Colin McRae. Okay, we're in the menu, and let's just quickly check the options. Options and settings. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but acceptable. Around 30-20. Save everything. The settings around. It's fine. Let's go to the detail. Everything set to the lowest possible. Yeah, we are around 30, so I don't want to change it. And 320 by 240 default chipset. For SiS, this is the best, and also everything on low. And as you can see, this game is playable. It loads for a while if you actually want to play it, so I'm not sure I want to include it in this video, only if I have something to speak about. Yeah, this is the original car I used to go with. First we will see some statistics or something. Yeah, just quickly go and continue. Sometimes we are going into blurry, but that's fine. I think this game is not loading forever, so it's basically, yeah, totally acceptable. And this time I will try to play while watching the video itself, so I would capture the monitor instead of everything else. Yeah, so as you can see, we are around 40. I don't think it's VSync because I'm not sure actually. 34 is quite steady, so I don't know, but I don't really think I should go any further with the settings. A sound draw distance would be great, but knowing the CPU and feeling the menu responsiveness, I just don't know I need it. If I need it, yeah. I think that's fine. It's playable for 233 MMX. It's just a good experience. There's blocky shadow, but yeah, maybe it would look better without the shadow. But yeah, okay, it's enjoyable, and I can drive this car, so that's good. Yeah, Colin McRae Rally on the SiS. Should not remember the type. 6000 something. Yeah, I will put in the video title after all. So yeah, it's a PCI card for Max. Yeah, I mentioned it several times already. So yeah, this game is a good experience, definitely. And this here is the Unreal Gold, and as you can see, we have the direct 3D acceleration in this game as well. I don't want to go into the actual gameplay because the first level is pretty dark and I don't really know where to go on that one, so whatever. This map is actually very demanding. We have reflections and stuff here and it's really huge, so I think it's pretty good to show what we can have. We are using everything on the lowest and usual 320 by 240 resolution. Sometimes the frame rate is acceptable, in other cases like now it's a bit laggy. I might try to stat FPS, but I'm actually press the console, so yeah, it's slow and it's using the Unreal Tournament style UI, so stat FPS, and it's even slower than anything, so but yeah, that's fine. And it's white and it doesn't really tells me anything, and yeah, basically in this resolution the text is pretty much unreadable. Yeah, don't know, it's definitely below 30 many times, and it's over bright. We have no light maps. I think this is a better case because we're just having the textures and no lighting is completely fine. I tried playing the game and it's just unplayable. With the software render, with the Verge, it was playable more or less, unless you're firing the gun. I mentioned this before, this is just making the frame rate drop. So basically, if I'm using software, this card is the same, so I don't think Unreal is for the MMX at all. But it's good to see this graphics card is actually better than the Verge. It can accelerate Unreal in some way, and it's more or less without really extreme glitches. So yeah, this is Unreal on the SiS card. Okay, while Quake 2 is running in the background, I'm just do a little summary of all these OpenGL games. So this card is not supporting OpenGL. I found on the internet a lot of extra drivers, DLLs and stuff, but none of them worked. I've tried many different solutions, but none of them were a real solution, so sorry about that. So basically I can run the same OpenGL based games with this card than I was able to run with the Verge card. So Doom 1, Doom 2, Quake and Quake 2, and also Duke Nukem, all games are running in software, and because of no change in the CPU, the graphics card really does not help anything at all with these games. So I hope it wasn't a crash. It was a crash. I don't know why. Quake 2 usually is just going well, but I have some minor issues with this system. Maybe I should need a reinstall, because I wanted to mention that I started already the Pentium 3 project and I'm using the Verge 2 MB on that one, and yeah, not a big difference so far, but I was able to run Lego Racers on that one, and it runs it with graphical glitches, but at least it does. And also it runs the 3D Mark, no, maybe not. So yeah, it runs, it's a bit better, but in the second gaming test it just freezes as well. But yeah, later on that one. Okay, let's just include in this part the 3D Mark scores, and you can see the speed in general. So I haven't shown you yet these. So this is a 3D Mark 99 on the 100 megahertz CPU. Basically it was in this PC and we have no 3D marks, and 745 for the CPU score, and with the MMX it went up to nearly double, 1493, which is really great. Yeah, it's a nice performance difference. And this one is the S3, 3D Mark 640 by 480 16-bit on the verge, and I think wow, it run really, no, sorry, yeah, it wasn't the verge, it's the SiS card, 640 by 480, and actually it runs, it's okay, no graphical glitches, just slow performance, and this is fine. 308, and also this card is able to run it on almost the default settings, triple buffer, 800 by 600, and of course it's lower, 130. And also in both tests we have a little better CPU score, maybe somehow it helps. Yeah, so it's a good thing. And also maybe I start this benchmark and show you what we have. Also thinking about 3D Mark 2000. Right now I'm not sure what was the issue with it. Basically 4 megabytes is too little and so on, but yeah, we should be fine. So let's just try the demo. I haven't tried it yet, so it might not work properly. Yeah, so this is 3D Mark 99 demo, and after reboot I will go and check what scores and anything I can get off 3D Mark 2000 as well. Maybe we have some sound here. And yeah, it's still the 233 MMX, and with a little upgrade on the graphics side, it helps run this test. And you can see it's a bit slow. Also the music is sometimes just a little bit off, but yeah, we have these Asteroids. They are basically just sprites with alpha blending, most of them, but yeah, it looks cool. You would have noticed if it wasn't that slow. I'm not sure I want to show you the whole benchmark. I think many people already seen it, so just a little 3D part, and then let's jump to 3D Mark 2000. Yeah, I think there will be the switch to another scene. In the meantime, it's loading basically the next map, or it will just crash out, not sure yet. Okay, the music is fine. We should see something other than this. Yeah, so good. We're not having any bump maps or stuff like that, but other effects are pretty good, and all the feature tests basically run in a way or another, so that's good. Not a great performance, but yeah, at least it's not buggy. I really miss the OpenGL. That would be great for this era. Yeah, the test should look like this. And I think this will be the room. No, it's not the room. Yeah, that's a good test as well. It's a little driving scene. On the benchmark we are getting around 0 frames per second now, so if it's not the demo and music and stuff, it goes up to 5 or 6, which is pretty smooth. But as you can see, compared to the watch card, it's without any graphical issues. we are having alpha blend, and the UI is great as well. We are having all the textures. Yeah, that scene probably looks good at first look, but basically it's just a background. You can see it's a bit blurry because this is just an image. This flower here is real 3D, just a few leaves, and also that water stream is real, but other than that it's just a background. This will be another 3D marks as well later on, putting some nice background, and that's it. Also in some games you have the skybox, so it's basically the same. And now it should load the shadow mapped scene, which would work as well. Let's just wait for that one and finish that part. I don't like the waiting. Oh, thank you. I just should say it before. So yeah, here you can see it's not that far off an actual fluid experience, but still. Maybe with a better CPU it will do more. We'll see that later on in the Pentium M3 and also I'm having an 800 MHz CPU for the Pentium 3 socket 370 with 256 MB of cache. Yeah, we'll jump on that too. And as you can see, this second game test is pretty it's damn laggy. It's the same as in the actual benchmark, but it runs. It's not freezing out as with the Verge. In the Pentium 3, it's not freezing out. It's just showing the first frame forever, and then if you press ESC, it's just fine. So basically that's the end of this test. So yeah, let's jump and see what 3D Mark 2000 will show us. And I will only show the credits, so not much of interest here. And finally, this is a 3D Mark 2000 on the SiS 6326, and in 640 by 480 we have 127 3D marks, which is absolutely great because with this card this test actually runs, not as with the Verge. Okay, and also it was able to run in 800 by 600 as well, and we are having 97 3D marks. So these are very low scores, but we are getting a score, and it's running greatly. The only thing that running the third and fourth bump mapping test can crash the benchmark, so to ping a score I just use the performance tests like the game 1, game 2 and the CPU test. So these are the required, and I also tested these, but yeah, the bump mapping can crash, otherwise it's fine. Okay, and to finish the actual test and saying upgrading from the Verge to the SiS card is worth it because it was really good. Direct 3D games are actually running nicely, so yeah, that's great. Yeah, maybe some issues here. Yeah, I also wanted to test Turok, so the Dinosaur Hunter will be the last, but still, for now let's watch how 3D Mark 2000 demo runs, or at least the first part of it. If it loads, so I've seen tests on Untitled, and they were able to run in its time OpenGL benchmarks as well. I mean, they run Quake at least, if not Quake 2. I don't know how, and also saw that they run somehow Quake 3, but I haven't found any working OpenGL test. or library, mini-GL or anything for this card. Neither the Verge. So yeah, what I find for those are not working. So this is sad. I hope it starts very soon because I just don't want to cut this part out. Or I might do. So it took around additional 2 minutes to load, so I had to cut. But now it's starting. Yeah, DirectX 7. I'm not sure it actually supports DirectX 7, but if I remember what DirectX 7 was, hardware transform and lighting, but not this card, it's using the software. And as you can see, it's running really slow. Also, the music is really slow. The actual benchmarks were better, but for the CPU playing music, showing video is just maybe too much. I think it's trying to synchronize it to the music, so there are really big skips. 640 by 480. Now the music is way off now. It's still the music of the first test, I guess. And we have some interesting glitches. Yeah, this would be the music of the helicopter scene. But at least it's run. Yeah, it's way off now. And I think it's another loading part. Music started to be horrible. Well, it's still progressing. Okay, and now it's freezing, and it continues, just that the CPU can't keep up with the loading and the music at the same time. Yeah, this is the music of the next test part. I think this is the room with the rotating yon-yon, but no. Okay, I'll put a little cut here and see if it will load up eventually. And finally, this is Turok running at 320 by 240. Everything minimum, even the sound quality is just 11 kilohertz, mono sound, and the MIP mapping and the bilinear filtering is ticked on because it's necessary to run the game. And yeah, let's take a look. I have Fraps running in the background, and so far I think it's without any graphical glitches. So if you remember from the Verge card, this plant was looking really horrible, but now we have the alpha blending and it's just looking great. Of course the resolution is a bit low and it's not really different than software mode, but from a closer look you can see it's actually using some linear filtering on the textures, so it's better, and also the performance is much more acceptable. We are hovering around 22 frames. I've tried 640 by 480 as well, but it's just going around 10 frames per second, so it's not that great. But this resolution is okay, and this game is actually playable. I've went further in this level and it wouldn't be bad, but those platforming parts are just really annoying. You have to jump all around the place and fall down, climb up again, and And yeah, fall down again. I mean, it's not necessary, but I just do it all over again. There is a portal sometimes appearing. I don't know where it goes. It just always closes when I get near. Not this one. It's another one. It just brings me to the jumping part, and this here is really annoying because it's really hard to jump to these parts. Yeah, but the game is running, as you can see, close to 30 FPS. I've tried this 20 times now, so the first part is going well, but still good. Just one more step, and yeah, this one is actually doable, but the next one, never mind. So yeah, actual fights and shooting is great in this game, but this platforming part is just so annoying. But yeah, I will do it maybe with a better video card. Better frame rates might help my skills as well, so yeah. Even the sky is just, if you climb up you can see the whole sky, but down here even the sky is cold. So that's it. The SiS card was a great improvement over the Verge, and this is, yeah, a good thing. And what else we can do with this MMX233 machine? Well, we can put a Voodoo card into it. I already ordered a Voodoo Banshee, which is available in PCI, and I think that card would just rule in these games. Also, GL Quake and Quake 2 is Voodoo compatible, and all of those games, this game practically are really good with the Voodoo card, so I hope it will be really great as well. Basically this game was developed for Nintendo 64 something and ported to PC, but never mind, it runs well on Voodoo, so I hope that card will be awesome for this PC, and yeah, finally we can put it in the shelf and sometimes pick it and play those kind of games. I will try the new Unreal tournaments as well, but yeah, I don't think with the CPU these are playable, because yeah, 732 MHz CPU minimum, 1.1 GHz minimum for this one, so yeah, not really 233. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment, share and so on, and thanks once again. So bye bye.